What up guys, it's your girl Rome, and you know I'm from the Bronx originally, and what got me into sneakers was just I needed something to look fly. Like I needed to match my clothes and I needed to get to it. Like, so I started Models, I started Foot Locker, I started eBay. I've done it all. When you think of sneakers, think of me. Right, so my favorite sneaker is Air Max 95s, Air Jordan 3s, and Air Jordan 7s. Like, it's just surprising, right? You would expect Air Jordan 1, Air Jordan 4. Nah, I like the 3s, I like the 7s, and I like my 95s. Super comfortable, versatility. I could dress it up, dress it down. That's me. What got me into hip hop was Slick Rick Children's Story. Yeah, that got me into it. And it was just like the wordplay, the storytelling behind it. Then he had Mona Lisa, that really slaps. Like just Slick Rick, period. That's who introduced me into hip hop. And then it just came down to Method Man, Busta Rhymes, Wu-Tang, Run DMC. So I first met Mike when I was vending at a Drip City Market event. And I had my table, it was full with like a whole bunch of different things. Clothes, paintings, hats, sneakers, I mean, just name it, and it was probably on my table during that time, right? But this was during that time frame when I just went viral. So Mike seen me, he stopped short, he's with his friend. They looked at the table, they said they gonna come back, they came back. He wanted to interview me, but didn't want to interview me as the legit checker on the internet. He wanted to legit check me as, well, interview me as Rochelle. Like, and that honestly meant like the world to me because during that time, everybody was just like, oh, you're the legit checker, but what's my name? Y'all don't know my name. And he asked my name. So it's just like, when he did that, we automatically connected, automatically. And then I was looking for a second job. He reached out to me saying that he's opening up the store in 24 on Hudson Yards. And I came there and I was opening up. That's when we first started doing content. And honestly, I should be thanking him for me doing all the content because if it wasn't for him pushing me, y'all wouldn't be getting no content. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Y'all would have been not getting nothing. So y'all better go thank Mike Price for that because he made me the person that I am today, content-wise. So when I first started collecting sneakers, I was in the 9th grade. I was just started working at Models and I was working Botanical Gardens at the time. So I had 2 jobs and I was just saving up my money to get checks. The first sneaker that I bought was the Militia 9s. You know that one with the all white upper, little hints of olive green? Yeah, that's the first Jordan that I ever got. And then since then, my collection grew enormously to probably about like 250 pairs, maybe 300. Well, let's just say it was in 2 places. It was in Queens and in my house in Brooklyn. So maybe half and half split, but then, you know, rough times come and sometimes you gotta sell those sneakers and it's okay because those sneakers are gonna come back to you. And the first sneaker I ever sold that broke my heart was the Olympic 7s 2012. Y'all know, if y'all know anything, y'all know. Like, I sold it for a good amount, $500. I wore them like 2-3 times, but it just hurt because that was my grail sneaker. I got it on eBay before the whole authentication thing, you know. And yeah, that sneaker was my grail. And when I sold it, it hurt me, but it pushed me harder. Like if I need to get rid of something because of a bill or anything like that, that's just what I gotta do. So don't let the sneakers make you, you make the sneakers.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? My name is Mike Press. I am one of the owners of 24 New York, and I'm from Mount Vernon, New York. 24 New York got its name based around 3 things. We originally started out as a free throw contest. We would go to different sneaker shows, bring a basketball hoop, and you had 24 seconds to make as many free throws as you can. Whoever had the most free throws at the end of the day, that's who won the prize, which was a free pair of sneakers. And then second place, they won $100 cash. That's the first tier. The second tier is that we all the partners believe in kind of like a 24-hour like hustle mindset because all the partners live all around the country. So we're always in a different time zone. One of us is asleep, some of us is up. And then the third tier of 24 New York is the fact that one of our partners, their favorite player is Kobe Bryant, 24. So the way I met Rome, it was 2021, I believe. We were at Drip City Market, which is a sneaker and streetwear show in Queens. And I had seen her obviously around social media like everyone else has. And I was walking through the show and I saw her. And she had her own booth. She was selling her paintings, she was selling clothing, and she was selling different types of merch. So I went up to her and I just said, I was like, hey, you know, my name is Mike. I'm at 24 New York. And I would just love to kind of like just talk about who you are. And I actually said to her, I said, actually, I don't want to know anything about like the sneaker legit checking or anything like that. I'm more interested in who you are as a person and what your brand is. And from that day, she and I has been cool ever since. Fatherhood. I mean, I think it's a very strong word. What the word actually means to me is just a person that can come into an individual's life, change their mindset, change their way of thinking, and be an influence to the person. I think a lot of young men and women that lack fathers in their lives, they don't think that they need one at certain points, but then as they get older, they realize that they do. So I think a father figure is very important in a lot of people's lives, no matter how young or how old you are. My favorite shoe are the Jordan's Peacock Games. It's my favorite shoe because to me, it's the one shoe that it almost feels like it wraps your whole entire foot. And when I saw it in the movie He Got Game, it was just like the silhouette of it, the black, the white, it just all stood out to me. The little hints of red, it just all stuck out to me. So ever since I was a kid, that was always like my favorite shoe. And I probably didn't actually get it until maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. That was probably when I actually got a pair of them. The very first tape I ever had was a TLC tape. It was Crazy Sexy Cool. And from there, I just kind of like, you just find artists that connect you. I've always been like a Teddy Riley. I'm old school dude, so like Teddy Riley, New Jack Swing type of stuff. That was like my intro into hip hop. Then I got into the LL Cool J's, the Biggies. Now, the rappers that I connect to, A$AP Rocky, Joey Badass, Drake, and a lot of these, and the dudes that I've already mentioned, also there's a style component to it as well that I admire. And yeah, those would be like some of the main dudes that I probably will follow when it comes to like fashion wise.